everybody, I'm Alabama Boss. It's time for another episode of Uncurrent Events. Okay, this one takes us to New Jersey, where we have another case of a mad pooper. But this time it's not on somebody's lawn. This is at a school. This is actually on the football field. They started discovering human feces on the football field or near it, so they started an investigation. Hey, who's shitting on the football field? So authorities started monitoring the area because, hey, you don't want anybody shitting on the football field. They ended up arresting the superintendent of the whole school system. He lives like 3 miles from this place, and apparently he done a little running. And I'm seeing a pattern here. You runners out there, y'all shit on anything. You don't care what it is. Hell, that ain't my yard. I'll shit on it. Look, there's a football field. Think I'll shit there daily. When you take a shit, just like the woman I talked about in a past Uncurrent Events, she was shitting on the same lawn every day and leaving it. What's wrong with runners? Anyway, this runner is the superintendent and he makes $150,000 a year. And he shits on the football field. This man is on paid leave. He's charged with like lewdness and littering. I would shit on a football field if only I was about to shit my pants. But this man, I reckon that was just his routine jog. Hey, hon, I'm gonna run the track and take a shit at the 45-yard line, just like every day. Look, I'm obviously not a runner. I don't give a shit about running. If I'm running, everybody else should be running because somebody's chasing me with a gun. Stop shitting on everything, runners. I'm calling out runners, not homeless people, not the poor, not the people that are living out of the back of their truck and are nasty and begging for money on the side of the road. No, I'm talking about the 6-figure superintendent that runs and probably has some real nice shoes and his short-ass shorts showing off his calf muscles as he's bowed up taking a shit on the center field of the football field that he's the superintendent over. This one right here takes us to Florida. Again. This time there's a man in Florida who's taking karate. How does this man practice karate? He says, hey, I'm not going to a gym. I'm going down to the park and I'm going to kick a bunch of swans in the head. A lot of people witnessed this. This man coming up, probably striking a Karate Kid pose, roundhousing the out of a swan and then moving on to another one and kicking it like a damn Nerf football and like celebrating what he has done. He is a failed MMA fighter. He almost made it to pro MMA. He thought maybe I should up my game a little bit, go kick a few ducks' ass, and I'll be right back in there. He probably couldn't afford a heavy bag. I mean, a swan's got a head like that. I mean, you roundhouse that thing to the side of the head. Next thing you know, you're pro MMA. Obviously, he's in jail now, but I'll be honest with y'all, and there's some people that will not agree with this. If I was there, I wouldn't stop him. I'd be like, this is good. This one takes us to New Jersey, where there's a dispute between a homeowner, which is a lady, and a man that's in a utility bucket that works for the cable company. Now, it doesn't say in the article what's really going on, if he's cutting off her cable or whatnot, but I'm sure that's what's happening. He's up there in the bucket, cutting off her cable. She's pissed. She's on the ground hollering at him. And what does she do? She gets in the truck, cuts all power off to the truck, including the power to his bucket while he's up in the air 30 feet, takes all of the shit out of his truck, and leaves him up there. So the cops come down and they find the cable man stranded in a bucket in the air, and they get her on 5 charges. One is false imprisonment. This is a pretty slick move on her part. Anytime you can get back at a company is a great thing. I'm not saying what this woman done was right. It's funny. He's stuck up in the bucket. What are you gonna do? You're up there. He didn't really think this through. You don't holler down from a bucket, hey, screw you, bitch. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. When you're up in the air and she's got the keys to the truck, hell, she could have gotten that thing and took off driving. I bet his tone changed a whole lot whenever she took those keys out. He's like, I'm just kidding. I'll cut that back on. Just put the keys in there and leave me alone. I'm sure this guy's not the one collecting the money. He's not making a lot of money. But guess what? He works for the devil, the cable company. Okay, this one takes us to Texas, where the principal of an elementary school has a celebratory annual birthday spankings. And that's something we all know what it is. It's where if you're 8 years old, you get 8 licks, or you know, something in the South, I believe everybody done. I kind of got like a daily ass whipping, so the birthday was no big different. After she received 2 complaints that the spankings were inappropriate, she decided on her own account that she was going to cut out the birthday spanking. This is the problem with America. Look, there was 2 complaints, but more than a dozen parents said, hey, it's nothing wrong with it, it's playful. They still got some common sense down there in Texas. I'll give them that. So you got 2 people that's complaining. They probably moved from California to Texas and was like, what the f*** is this shit? Whipping my boy on his birthday? I'll be down. That's kind of how I see it going, because these are not native Texas people that's going to be complaining about their kid getting their birthday spanking. When you go to the teacher and go, I just don't want Johnny to get his birthday whipping, I'm afraid you'll hurt him. Johnny's gonna be fine. Look, this is not something that's mandatory. I mean, if it's your birthday and you go in thinking, I'm embarrassed, I don't want to get in front of the class and get whipped. The kid could easily say, hey, I don't want to do it. The teacher's gonna be like, okay, that's fine, we'll just do the birthday party deal. Well, you know, that's what we'll do. Some of those kids may turn out to be, 50 Shades of Grey weird. But, if that's what they want, let them have it. But no, I had to cut it all out. That's one thing I've learned throughout my entire life. All it takes is one person. This one right here takes us to Duke University, where there's a coffee shop. And in there's a couple of baristas making coffee, probably not loving their job, listening to some music. So one morning, the vice president of student affairs at Duke University goes into this coffee shop. And he hears these baristas listening to rap music, and it bothers him. He's ordered his specialty tea and a vegan muffin, and he tells her, your rap music is offensive. And according to others that were in the room, he got really harassing toward this woman. He gets his tea and muffin free. She says, I'm sorry, cuts the music off, take your stuff, it's free. No, but being the asshole that he is, he has to take this a step further. He goes and tells the manager of that coffee shop what happened, and the outcome is both of the baristas that were listening to the ungodly rap music were fired. This guy is a really pissy guy. I'm sure he lives a very miserable life. Look, I'm not a huge rap fan. Don't care what anybody listens to. That's my thing. I don't care what anybody else does. This guy does, though. This guy is what we like to call in the world an asshole. He's a miserable asshole. I think he should be fired for being a dickhead. It's a college campus. That's what most people on the college campus listen to. Upbeat music. They want to feel good. This guy obviously needs a different job. He don't need to be around college kids. He's too boring. They're too fun. It just don't mix. Well, there you have it. I'm Alabama Boss, Rated Red. Y'all have a good one.